Cam's Daily Lessons, lesson number 12. Today's lesson is so very impactful and powerful and one of the most beneficial lessons I've ever learned in my life. And it is a lesson from Stoicism. And it is that you should only focus on things inside of your control. Do not spend any time on things outside of your control. Like they could easily rob you of your time and focus if you let them. I have plenty of examples, and it has dramatically improved the quality of my life once I learned this. One of the biggest ways I was able to apply this is when I was younger, I got cheated on in a 4-year relationship, and I didn't know how to deal with that. It was my only serious relationship, and I didn't know about stoicism. I had her for all my problems, but I didn't have her anymore, and I just didn't know how to cope. I didn't know how to deal with it. So it negatively affected me for a very long time until I came across Stoicism, and it taught me how to properly deal with it. And I realized it was outside of my control. The past has happened. I can't change it. What I can do is create the future. I can choose how the future turns out by picking the best possible move in the current moment. And you always have access to that opportunity. I want you to think of a chessboard and you're playing a game of chess. Even if you don't know how to play chess, just stick with me. Let's say you're playing a game of chess and the other person takes a piece. Now that sucks, but is it in your control anymore? Can you get that piece back? No, you can't. So guess what? If you spend any time upset about that piece getting taken away or trying to figure out a solution to get that piece back, that time is wasted. Your focus is wasted. Instead, focus on what's in your control. What is in your control? The next move. And you can logically find the best next possible move. There's always a best next possible move. Regardless of the situation, no matter how bad your options are, there's always a best option. And when you start thinking like this, you can navigate and find the best option, and they will always give you the best outcome if you make the best decision. So I just really hope that this message gets conveyed to you to where you're able to receive it, and I want you to apply it yourself, because every single day there are so many things outside of our control. Like there is very little that is in our control. So it is easy to worry about the things that are outside of our control. Like today, whenever I was going to work, my car was misfiring, and it has been for a couple of days. But the check engine light started flashing, and it's never done that. I've had this car for 7 years and it's never done that, and that sucks, and I didn't want to risk driving it. So what did I do? I asked ChatGPT, what does this mean? Is it worth the risk? And of course it said no, don't do it. It could lead to damage that could cost me a lot of money, so it's better to just play it safe and go back home. Luckily I didn't leave very far, but on my way back home, guess what was in my control? The option to go to the gym. I could have sat and just stressed about the fact that my car had a misfire and the check engine light was flashing and I had to miss work. Like all of these worries, it's pointless to worry about them. What has a point is making the best next possible move, and I concluded that it was to go to the gym. And I did go to the gym, and I had a great workout, and I gained clarity on a lot of things. Like, sure, I'm not going to work and I'm missing out on some money, but what can I not miss out on? What can I use this time for instead? So I listened to an educational podcast while I worked out, and I just gained a lot of clarity on a lot of things in my life, and I used this opportunity for the next best possible move, and that's what I did, and it just made my life better than it could have been. And you have this opportunity every single day, so please try it out yourself. Start being more conscious of what's in your control and outside of your control, and don't pay any attention to things outside of your control, because it literally is a waste of time and energy. So I really hope that you enjoyed this lesson and that it has impacted you how I want it to. I hope that you can get it in your brain and maybe influence you to start learning about Stoicism, because like I said, it changed my life for the better, and there's still so much to learn. But this is day 12, I believe, of Cam's Daily Lessons. Stay tuned for more. Persist until you succeed, and stay sedulous.